All right, but for centuries they've been trying to gouge out the eye, like they gouged out the eye of Samson. Guy corrected me today, said it's not Samson, it's Samson. Okay, whatever. I'm from East Texas, all right? Sue me. But for centuries they've been trying to gouge out the eye with religion and all this stuff, all these distractions and everything. And they know this great awakening is coming, and so they're trying to slow it down by closing the gateway, shutting down the gateways, all right? What I read about Martin Luther is he despised and detested the book of James, and he did not want the book of James in the Bible. See, it was folks like him that were picking and choosing with this council on what was going in and what was going out of the Bible, all right? And the book of James, in his mind, because by grace and faith alone and sola scriptura that you're saved, it went against that, faith without works. Because Martin Luther, someone who has never experienced God because the gates were shut off to him, he's one of the 200, could never experience that again. All right, so he hasn't experienced that. All he knows is scriptura, the letter, all right? And he's trying to shut off that personal experience from people and tell you it's by your human faith. When it's not human faith, it's God-given faith. That's pistis. Human faith is pistou. Remember, even the demons believe there's one God. That word for believe there, the demons, is human faith. The demons are humans, all right? So that even the demons believe they have human faith. Those who are called, those who have experienced God, have pistis, God-given faith, all right? It's a big, big difference. And whenever God is within you, all right? I was talking to a guy this morning. He was saying it's by faith alone and all this stuff. All right, whenever you come into the presence of God, God is love and he is a consuming fire. He consumes you and he rises up within you. That is the baptism of fire. Okay, and once you've received that baptism of fire, you are born again, you're a new person. That's when you have true salvation. Once saved, always saved. All right, so you have all of these 200 down here. And then there's their underlings as well, okay, that are here. And I had read a Hopi prophecy some time ago, and it was about the twins, the blue and the red Kachina, their stars, the coming of that. All right? And remember, a lot of people are thinking literally, they're thinking it's two literal stars, okay? But stars also represent people, angels, messengers, okay? And they're called the twins. And that's part of this twin flame that I'm going to do a video on soon about the twin flames. And it's written in this Hopi prophecy that during the time of the twins, during this end time, that the sexes will be confused over who they are, what they are, and all this stuff. Everybody's pronouns is different and all that stuff. And it says that they will argue and be at odds with their parents, their elders. Okay, it's going to be a messed up time. But in the age of the twins, when the twins arrive, that those people will begin to disappear like vapor right in front of you. Remember I told you about the dynamics, sound, frequency, and how you can see it's got one, it has one pattern like this, and then the frequency, when the frequency of love hits, it just, some stuff just dissolves away and something else is formed. Okay, because it mentions in that Hopi prophecy, it says that the gateways that were normally guarded and kept closed have been opened in some areas. And these things have come in, said there will be people walking in the body that are not from here, that are causing all this confusion, okay? And what did Billy make? He made windows that opened up domains. Okay, you got to think about this stuff in a spiritual sense. Opening up windows and doorways to other realms. If you ever watched that movie, The 13th Floor, you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So anyway, it's a long way of going around about Martin Luther and how for centuries they've tried to gouge out people's eyes, or at least put a log in there with religion until they could come up with a plan to completely shut the door. But to be honest with you, I know a lot of people have been worried about the snake venom that some people got and things like that. God is powerful. He can do anything. And I truly believe that whenever the frequency changes, whenever love comes in and reigns, that all those DNA and molecules that got changed around, altered, I think, will be healed. I'm praying that way because I've got friends and family that I love very deeply that took it too. And I'm praying for their salvation, for them to come to know God and to not miss this awakening that's about to come. Anyway, I want to share that with you. I hope it didn't bounce around too much. Sometimes I get so much stuff going on that it's hard to focus and put it all together. And that's not the last thing I'm going to do about the twins. The twin flames is something more. If you'll remember in the story whenever Lazarus died and they were all about to go, so Jesus could see him, Thomas, known as the twin, Gemini, okay? He said something very peculiar. He said, let us go down so that we may die with him. All right? It's talking about the volunteers, the twin flames that wanted to come down and save their brothers who got cast down. Anyway, and that's what we're going to talk about hopefully on my next video. I love you all. God bless.